Today on the net, Kuwaiti opposition rallies to make its voice heard. Republican candidate Herman Cain is mocked by web users. And net users are asked to take part in the next Batman film soundtrack. This amateur video was filmed at the moment when hundreds of protesters stormed the Kuwaiti parliament on Wednesday evening to demand its disintegration. Protesters who were also calling for the resignation of Prime Minister Sheikh Nasser al-Sabah, a member of the ruling family accused of corruption. Anger which had been brewing for several months online and in the street. Gatherings like here in Kuwait City last May are regularly organised against the government. At the start of the month, Hamad al-Olayan and Tariq al-Matari, two net users who played an active role in this mobilisation, were arrested for remarks judged offensive by authorities. Even after their release, they are still the subject of an investigation. Mona Karim, a Kuwaiti blogger based in New York, explains the current political crisis by the struggle for power by members of the ruling family. She believes that the best solution to end these disputes, which are paralysing development in the emirate, would be political reform. She calls for the establishment of a constitutional monarchy with a prime minister elected by universal suffrage. It is in this framework that Kuwaiti activists are increasing their number of online initiatives to raise awareness about the principles of democracy. The Suit al-Kuwait collective launched a video campaign last week looking at principles laid down in the Kuwaiti constitution, such as religious freedom and the right to assemble. Although recent polls carried out in the US seem to show that Herman Cain is a favourite to win Republican Party nominations in the race for the 2012 presidentials, the candidate also has to withstand his fair share of criticism. Critics are questioning whether he would be capable of managing the country if he were to be elected next year. The last incident to date is an interview given to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, widely diffused on share sites. Cain is asked by journalists about the role of the US in the fall of the Libyan regime. Visibly embarrassed, he begins by making sure he is not confusing Libya with another country, before spending several minutes discussing vaguely what he would have done in Obama's position without really disagreeing with the current president's foreign policy. An interview which generated a number of mocking remarks from net users, alarmed by such a lack of knowledge of the incident. And web comedians were quick to attack this colourful character. In a video created by the site Funny or Die, former boxing champion Mike Tyson plays a larger-than-life Herman Cain in what could be the candidate's campaign video, a parody in which Cain is presented as a visionary defending a foolish programme, supported by the most conservative members of the Tea Party. The candidate also seems to be a source of inspiration for amateur comedians on the net, as illustrated by this other video, also available on Funny or Die, which shows a fake Herman Cain singing a zany version of John Lennon's Imagine, an amusing video in which Cain, the former owner of a pizzeria chain, mainly sings the praises of pizza. Hans Zimmer, one of the most famous film music composers, is inviting net users to help create the original soundtrack of the next Batman film, set for release in July 2012. Via the site UJam, film buffs can record singing or various noises, which they will then send to the composer, who will mix the lot and make it part of the soundtrack of Christopher Nolan's new film. Participants whose recordings are chosen by Zimmer will see their names appear on the film's closing credits. American Congress member Gabrielle Giffords is all over the social networks. Seriously injured in a gun attack last January in her Tucson constituency in Arizona, the Democrat politician gave her first televised interview since the attack to ABC, a show during which we see videos taken by her husband during her rehabilitation, which greatly touched net users. In an audio message published on her Facebook page, Gabrielle Giffords declared that she wished to get back to work and that she hoped to become all the more stronger for her ordeal. The adventures of Super Mario, the famous video game character, in the decor of a real house. This is the idea hatched by the Swedish creators of this video, Marcus and Hans Knudsen, a cartoon created with stop motion in which the most well-known plumber must avoid all the obstacles he comes up against along his way, from the bathroom to the cellar and not forgetting the kitchen, to reach his beloved princess, Peach.